Last time on The End of Time and Other Bothers.
The families gather with Jacqueline and Snaggle as the ferry begins to cross the river towards Mount Zirma. I guess I found all three of you. Who's that?
Oh, this is our gubby lady.
I call her Wilma.
Moira's the one who sent me to get you so that we'd have some hope of stopping the shattering.
I just think Moira has gone crazy and is fighting too much against the shattering to have any sanity left.
Derek von Frampton.
Oh, Loxon.
The game is over. It is time to join us.
If we're so hopeless, why would he be trying to sign us up? I'll tell you why. Because he's worried we're actually going to be able to do it.
Egerton has landed in the center of a clearing with these Fey stones in a complete circle.
Are the slot all trapped in a little glass dome?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but yes.
Blat, you feel Celine's laughter inside you.
My prey, ready for me to destroy. For Celine.
Oh, snap, it's Star.
The End of Time and Other Bothers. An improvised fantasy role-playing game set in the world of Alba Salix. Your game master is Sean Howard, with players Marisa King, Carter Siddle, and Michael Howie. Episode 36, The Battle Uphill.
The darkness of Mount Zirma is disrupted by a bright flash of light as a dome appears, entrapping the three adventurers, and Wilma, as a tiny 6-inch tall pixie in a gossamer gown and pink wings steps forward. Star is back.
Ah! Yes! It's time for me to do what I should have done a long time ago, Blat.
So you didn't want to join the Union. That's fair, but why murder because of it?
Oh, I'm not murdering because of the Union, though Celine's not too happy about that. I'm murdering because Celine is back.
Celine's back?
And you're on her most wanted list.
On her most wanted list?
I will be raised to a co-goddess when I bring her your body.
Yeah, want to be a co-goddess? From what I can see, being goddesses wasn't really that great.
Oh, really? Oh, yes, just having everyone as your beck and command? Being able to take anything you want and use it like your toy? You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Blat?
Well, I was supposed to be under...
You weren't supposed to answer that question!
Oh, I was metaphorical. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. You were monologuing, as
Yes.
All villains do.
But I'll wait with you, and I'll start with your two friends, shall I?
Blat, who is this little person?
Oh, this is is it a pixie? Am I getting that correct?
Yes, I'm a pixie, and my name is Star, thank you. And you're gonna find out just how little I am. Human.
Well, you are little. You're smaller than me, right? Am I right?
Oh, yes, very much so. Oh, yes. To say that she's small is certainly apt.
Thank you.
She didn't want to give people a dental plan, and now she's all worked up about it. I don't know why.
What are you talking about?
Well, I tried to start a union.
Enough! And there's a flash of light. What do you guys do? Like, it's just a blinding bright light emanating from Star.
I shield my eyes.
Okay. Eggsy, as it dies down, you are a little dazed, but you can see, and Blat and Darcy are blind.
All right. Was that really necessary?
Here I come!
And she is darting forward. And she strikes Darcy. Someone roll a d6 for me.
Oh, Lord, a D6.
Shouldn't I be rolling?
2.
Darcy, you take 2 hit points of damage.
What the heck?
Oh no.
I'm faster than the wind!
and she's spinning and twirling and starting to fly through the air as she's coming back around to attack Egerton.
Who can see? Who can see?
I can see.
Can anybody see?
I can see.
Well, do something.
Okay. And I hide behind Blatt.
And she zooms in and strikes Blatt. Someone roll a d6.
Ah! 4.
You take 4 hit points of damage.
No!
Surely we can do better than this against a pixie. I can't see it. I can't. Where?
Not just any pixie. I'm your death.
Well, what did you guys do to this pixie?
She's zooming back in towards, I guess, Egerton from behind.
I pull out my sword.
The little toy sword that's a Pez dispenser?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a candy dispenser.
Yeah.
And throw it at Star.
Okay, roll a volley.
2d6.
Sure. Do you have a dex bonus? Oh boy, I just saw what you rolled.
That's a 5 that I rolled.
Remember to record your fails.
Oh, yeah.
So you rolled a 5,
I rolled a 5.
which is a fail,
Yes.
which means a hard move.
Yes.
So Egerton turns around, goes to throw your little toy sword at the incoming blur of a pixie.
Throw it.
He throws the sword. It flips almost in slow motion. You see it going straight for the pixie, except you're not watching the pixie anymore. It's just flipping through the air, and the pixie strikes you right in the face. Roll a d6 for me, +2.
Good lord.
That's 8.
You take a stinger. What might be right to your eye?
My eye!
What's happening? I can't see. God,
My beautiful fairy cake viewer.
Okay, I'm bringing out the mace. I've got the mace. I'm swinging the mace around.
No, don't use the mace blind. Oh, Lord.
The mace can tell who has to be hit. It won't hit you two.
Huh! What is up, brother? There seems to be a great illumination in these premises. Oh, yes, I see. Maybe it is is it the little one we're to hit, the little fairy? Perhaps, but doesn't light mean that there is goodness about? Ah, yes. Wait, what is this little thing flying around?
Mace, you should be able to figure out who's the evil one here. Take it out. Come on.
Okay, let's see. There's light. Light, yes. There's a large talking candy. Which we don't recognize. Mayhap they are the villain? Yes, possibly. Oh, is it the globe in the center on the pedestal? Ah, globe in the center. A bit of a little tree, little tiny people running around. Perfectly in the center of all the mayhem.
It's the little annoying thing flying around. There, right there. I can't. I heard her. I heard it.
Oh, it could be that little pixie thing running around. Pixies are known to be slightly mischievous. We are to attack a 6-inch woman?
Yes, attack!
Seems a little unprovoked. Whoa! She almost hit us. But our wielder is blinded. How are we to connect with said pixie? Interesting. Should she throw us, and perhaps gravity will do the rest? Leave it to chance, brother. A good answer. Leave it to chance. Let the gods roll.
And I throw the club towards the pixie that I can hear.
Okay, so I will give you a -1 at volley.
It's a 7.
What's your
Minus
dex
1.
bonus?
My dex bonus is a 1, so it's an 8 minus 1 is a 7.
Okay, that is a partial success. So Darcy, you hear an impact and you hear Star scream, "Ah!" Egerton, you sort of blurrily see the pixie tumbling backwards into the force shield of the bubble that you're in, and roll your damage.
It says when it feels the target is worthy of smiting, gain +2. Does
There you
it
go.
feel? It is
Well,
worthy of
yeah, I
smiting?
believe they said luck will prevail.
It's a 3 plus
Plus?
2 is 5.
Okay, that is 5 damage on Star. She does not have any. Okay, good. She screams, and then you hear her starting to chant something. Both of you are starting to be able to see, but it's blocky what you were able to see.
Where is she? Do you hear that? What? What's she doing? Stop her! Someone stop her!
She's over there.
Where?
Okay. So you sort of see a hazy Egerton gesturing in a direction off to your left, Darcy, and you hear the chanting building, and it's like a wind is building up in the space, even though it's completely enclosed.
This can't be good! This cannot be good!
So I'll just aim for the sound.
Uh-oh.
Bazooka.
Your bazooka won't save you from this, Blat.
Well, let's test that theory.
Okay, roll 2d6 volume. I'm going to give you a -1 because you're not 100% sure where she is.
8 plus dexterity was a 1, so we'll call it 8.
Okay, mixed success. You adjust and fire. The missile or shell zooming out. There is a massive explosion that sends, in this tiny little bubble, sends all of you flying backwards. You all hit the back wall.
I regret nothing.
And you all take 2 damage.
No!
And Blat, I need you to also roll your damage.
D8. 1.
Oh, that's horrible.
So you sort of you sent her flying more than hit her directly, but she takes 1 damage. Cool. And that's when she basically launches Wind Strike. A blast of wind hits you all, but because you're already thrown against the wall, I'm going to mitigate the second impact. But it's like the wind is so powerful. It's like one of those water lasers. You ever seen those that can cut through metal? And it literally is just in these piercing little jabs coming at you. So can someone roll a d4 for me?
1.
Okay, you all take 1 hit point, unless you have armor. If any of you have armor, by the way, you should be subtracting.
Oh.
Carter?
No, I don't have
I don't have armor.
Why
Yes.
don't you read your sheet?
No, I have. I have 1 armor, and I've been counting it.
Okay, good. What's happening? Anybody doing anything?
How are we gonna stop this wind? I can't move!
I've got it. And I reach down into my pouch and grasp a fairy cake and shove it in my mouth.
Roll for fairy cakes.
7.
Do you have any pluses?
No. Wait, is it wisdom?
sure?
It's
Yes.
wisdom, yeah, +1, so it's an 8.
Partial success. Anybody at the table want to guess what the effect is?
He's really good at resisting wind.
The side effect?
Side effect is aerodynamics.
Or stuck to the floor.
Okay, I love that. Thank you, Eli. Suddenly, your legs turn into roots, and you are now planted. But you gain your hit points. Roll it.
That's a D8. This is the one with 8 sides. That's a 2 plus wisdom for 3 hit points back.
There you go.
Okay, I'm standing up now. Still can't move, but I'm standing.
Why can't you move?
I think the fairy cakes had some, earthly material in them because I've kind of grown into the ground.
Oh, Egerton! And I'm trying to move forward towards where I think Star is. Can I move at all?
You can, but you're
Okay.
fighting this wind.
Okay.
It is battering at you.
And I've got the mace up and I'm coming
Nope,
after
you have
her.
the mace up. You threw the mace.
I know, but I grabbed it again.
Okay, so you grab the mace, you pick it up, and you see Star standing inches in front of you as you lift your head up into the wind, and she's smiling, and she attacks you with her tail.
I don't like that. So
do you
can
do?
I use the club to block the
Yes,
tail?
there we go. We're back in the game. Because remember, guys, this is Dungeon World. If you don't tell me you do something, you just take full damage, which is what's been happening. Because we don't do this very often. Okay, so roll Defy Danger, Marisa, and you can use Strength or Dex for this.
That is a 10.
Nice.
Okay, you easily swipe aside her stinger, which you see is coming off her back. And she was trying to jab you with it, and you easily swipe it aside with a mace, and she spins around and actually falls backward, and she's scrambling backwards a bit. And the wind dies a little as she does that.
So can I then raise the mace to take a club at her?
I don't know, brother. She seems to be retreating.
A woman on the ground, on her back, crawling.
But she is a magic user.
The gods did say that luck would have us strike her once, though I wasn't too happy about it.
So you feel that one good strike should be enough?
Ah, yes.
A good firm strike?
Yes.
Then perhaps we shall try again.
Well, fine, brother, but this one's on you.
Connect! Connect with a clarity!
Plus dex, probably, right?
This will
Maybe
be
strength?
Yeah, so this, you're actually
Oh.
doing hack and slash, so this is plus strength.
Okay. Yeah, so I have nothing. But that is that's a 6.
Okay. So while the mace is talking to itself, she managed to scramble back far enough that you impact the ground, but she's scrambling back and the wind is really dropping now. Anyone else doing anything?
Someone get me my sword!
Your sword is candy.
It could save the day. I can't, I can't, because the fairy cake and the roots.
Your hand starts to extend, turning into branches like Groot.
What? Blat, check it out.
Those things have just gotten worse. Just play with your candy sword. I'm firing at the pixie again. Darcy, hit the deck.
Hitting the deck!
All right, Star. Now you're gonna see some stars. That would be a 9.
Plus.
Plus dexterity 10.
All right, roll your damage.
4.
And you don't have any pluses or any abilities to give you a plus on your
No,
soulbound weapon?
It's just a bazooka.
Okay, so the display pops up in your bazooka. You send it on her. It locks on. You fire. She goes to dodge, but is caught in the blast. And you see her body tumbling backwards and hit the back wall and slump down. And that's what everybody sees, a roar of fire. You, Mr. Egerton, find your whole body attempting to recoil from the fire.
Okay, so, my arm, is stuck in the ground now too?
Just get your arm out of the ground.
The fire, I don't know, it's weird, I can't.
Just move your body like you've done every day of your life.
This is obviously fairy cake side effect. We're just gonna have to let it wear off.
As the fire dissipates, almost like out of Terminator, Darcy, you see this little pixie standing up out of the embers, and she looks angry.
No!
Wait, you're still alive?
I'll be the last thing you see, Blat.
And she begins to charge forward right at Blat.
Okay, so then I cast Hold Person.
Read it.
So I choose a person you can see. Until you cast a spell or leave their presence, they cannot act except to speak. This effect ends immediately if the target takes damage from any source.
Roll 2d6 to cast spell.
2d6. And I get plus wisdom, which I have a lot of.
Yes, you must be very proud.
So that's a 9.
So which of those things do you
You
want?
draw unwelcome attention. You're casting... I'll just revoke it. I'll have
Okay.
my deity revoke it.
Okay. Basically what happens, Star, this little pixie, is making a beeline for you, and you actually are still looking through your viewfinder, and you just see her getting larger, and the stinger she becomes just a blur at the end, and as you pull your head to the side, her stinger is inches away from your face, and she's just frozen in the air. Plat.
Okay. I've stopped her for the time being, but we need to come up with a plan. And Egerton appears to be stuck.
My hand is gonna...
Egerton's other hand, now you see it extending out like a tree and going into the ground on his other side.
Okay, so small problem. I am firmly rooted, and I can't reach my sword. And
You're not, buddy. You're just having a freak out. You are not a bush. You are
Okay.
not a tree. You are not any form of plant life.
But you look, my hands, they grew and they're in the ground now.
I see that you're forcing your hands into the soil. That's all I see.
Then why can't I just pull them out?
Because you're having another dessert-oriented freak-out. You're fine. We're gonna give it a few minutes, and then you're gonna ask, hey, guys, how come I'm sticking all of my limbs into the ground? And you'll just pull yourself out.
That was not a very good Darcy impression.
Okay, while he's figuring that out, Blat, we have to figure out how to get out of this dome because right now we're stuck inside it with a psychopathic pixie, and we have to get out of here.
You hear a tapping on a glass surface.
Where's that coming from?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's probably our little snow globe tree slot thing. Just a moment. Hello? Hello?
You see a tiny little figure in a white robe that as you get closer to almost looks like Mother Speckley. And she's holding a hammer and she's tapping or pounding on the glass from their side.
Okay, so they seem to have figured out that they're in a snow globe and are trying to get out.
Well, maybe we should be doing the same thing. Maybe you should be tapping on this thing with your bazooka.
Oh, that's why they're doing it. Gotcha. Okay, so I'll just swing at this energy wall with a giant metal tube. Let's see what happens. And Blatt starts pounding against it with the bazooka.
Where against it?
Just against one of the walls.
Okay. Yeah, it's like hitting a brick wall. It just like crumples a little bit of your bazooka and it bounces back.
All right, this isn't working. That's expected. Now, energy, darkness seems to be coming into one of these face stone things. I thought maybe attacking it would be the weak point, but then I'm worried about maybe doing something to Fey World or something. I don't know how it works.
Well, maybe this darkness has already done something to Feyworld. Maybe we'd be saving Feyworld by undarknessing it.
I enjoyed these scientific conversations. I just don't know what would happen if I should bludgeon or blow up a Fey Stone. Hey, Rudy, what do you think?
Why are my hands in the dirt here?
Exactly. Don't know, buddy, but it really helped us a lot during that last encounter.
You're welcome.
Okay, so what do you think is the deal with the Fey Stones?
Well, I don't think they're supposed to be all lined up like this. Typically, they're actually on Fey lines.
Uh-huh. So there are no Fey lines here is what you're saying?
There might have been like one, but for there to be several like this is very unlikely. But what we can do, here, let me pick up my sword and put it back in the sheath. All right. I can try going into one and see what happens.
With all that dark energy going through it, I don't think that's a good idea. We already had evil Blatt. I don't want an evil Egerton.
Well, we briefly had evil Egerton, but I would not like to have evil Egerton again.
Yeah, no. But what's Mother Speckley doing? Is she trying to say something? Can you hear anything?
Okay, let me check. And I pick up the globe and put it up to my ear.
You see a bunch of figures fly through the air. You see snow swirling around. You hear what sounds like screaming, Darcy.
Egerton, you have to be more delicate. You're just throwing people around. Stop.
Shh. I'm trying to listen. Let me shake it and see if they...
No, don't shake it!
You just see Slod hitting the side. You hear screams, Darcy.
Egerton! And I grab it away from him.
Oh, rude.
And I hold it up very gently in front of my face, and I wait till everyone has assembled themselves back together.
You see what looks like a very, very tiny Mother Speckley crawling towards the edge and holding up a hand to wait. And then you see some Slod crawling forward, and they have like this charcoal, and they're starting to write a word.
What are you trying to say to us, guys?
R. U. N.
Uh-oh. Guys, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here now. Look what they're writing.
They're all flying all around again, and the snow is swirling.
Sorry, Slod. How do we get out of here? Maybe we have to destroy the Fey Stone like Blatt thought.
Okay, I'll go in and take a look.
No!
Star is slowly moving in the air,
That's fair.
And Darcy, you feel this pressure on your brain as you feel the pixie fighting your magic.
All right. You concentrate on keeping the pixie in place. I'll swing a giant metallic tube at a phase stone, and we'll see what happens there.
Okay, roll me damage. All you do is roll damage.
And 5.
So you connect with your tube so solidly, you feel the jar all the way through your bones, and the phase stone cracks a little. And you see the light above it start to sputter, and you sense the energy around you start to give a little, but then it forms back.
Blat, that was it. You did something. It started to fall apart.
I feel like I'm doing a bad thing to do a good thing, but I don't have any other ideas, so let's keep hitting an inanimate object.
And by the second or third strike, the phase stone snaps in half and the dome disappears. And there's an explosion of light that lights up the mountain and the path ahead of you. And then it's gone. And you just sense Star in the air, trying with all her strength to break free.
Okay, we're free, but as soon as we start running, I'm going to have to drop this spell on Star, and I don't know what she's going to do to us. So how are we going to get out of this? With the Slod and with Gummy Lady Wilma.
We are in some ridiculous situations, aren't we? All right, can we, I don't know, tie her up or something?
With what?
I know, my necktie. I have my necktie. We'll just take this off and we'll tie her hands behind her back, I suppose?
Yeah, and we better gag her too because she seems to chant a lot of spells. We should probably do both.
All right, so I'm sacrificing yet another shirt for the cause. Tear off bottom part, shove that in the old magic maker, and then we'll tie the hands behind the back. This is your fault. This is your fault. No. If you just gave people dental like a good person, you wouldn't be in this situation now. But you wanted to be a co-goddess, which I don't even think is a thing. You were tricked. You were tricked into thinking that was a thing. And if Celine comes back for you, which she won't because she doesn't care about you, you can tell her the same.
All right, let's start up the pathway. I'm going to let the spell go soon. Ready to run?
I have an idea.
Now you have an idea? We just did everything.
Okay, but I've got a really good idea. So when the spell lets go, Star's going to have momentum still, right?
Sure.
So what we do is we take your bazooka blat. You get in front of Star, and on 3, Darcy lets go of the spell, Star goes forward, and you just swing away. And we see how far we can do this. You can get a real good exit velocity.
I think that's overkill, Egerton. I don't think we need to do that. She's already gagged and tied up.
She almost killed me.
That's true, and you are kind of blind in that eye now.
My beautiful peeper is damaged, and I don't know if it's going to get better. And someone needs to pay for that.
Blat, I've never seen Egerton like this. It's kind of disturbing.
All right, we'll find a happy medium. Eggsy, how about this? Instead of striking a 6-inch gagged and tied up figure like a ball in a sporting event, I'm gonna dig a small hole in the ground, we'll shove her in up to her waist, and then just leave her.
Can you put her hands in too?
Okay, buddy, we'll put her hands in too.
Okay, it's a deal.
And Blatt begins making a hole right underneath where Star is. That's right. This is a hole that you're going in, because we don't know what else to do.
The fairy's demanding vengeance. All right, here we go. Back away, everyone. And I let go of the spell.
Is she in the hole, or have you pulled her down, or is she just in the
I think her momentum is just going to drop her into it.
Drop her into the hole.
You let go of the spell, and she's falling, and then she pops out of existence.
Oh yeah, pixies and fairies can both do that.
Well, who knows where she is now? Probably bringing Celine. So come on, up the path.
Okay.
What were you gonna make me do? We're literally burying people now. Oh, what have we become?
I'm kind of hungry.
The three of you are walking through the darkness, and you're starting to not only taste the shattering, you're starting to feel resistance, almost like the air has form or substance. It's like trying to push through water almost. And it's hard, except for every once in a while, a flash of lightning from the storm that is in the distance. Though it's still not raining, there's a dampness to everything, but the lightning lights up enough that you can see the path that you're on. And you hit a rise, and ahead of you, you see a campfire flickering in the darkness. And I need to know what you guys are doing about your health, if anything.
Well, I've lost about half of mine.
So we should rest, baby.
This looks like a great place to make camp in the middle of the creepy thunderstorm with no rain on the path to death.
I agree.
Wait, so, but there's a camp up over there, and we don't know who's at the camp. Should we camp by a camp that we don't know who's camp?
Well, it's true. I don't imagine there's anyone good on this path, so maybe we should just rest here before we get there.
Or we could do a campaign to get to the camp and camp at the camp.
We're resting here. Okay, everybody stop. All right.
Party hold.
Don't worry, we're not going to eat any gummy. Rations all the way.
Okay, everyone, I've got to commune, so could you try and keep quiet?
I'll try and keep my babbling brook sounds down, but if I'm really going to rest, I kind of need them. Because just the water rolling over the stones is so relaxing, and it helps kind of cancel out some of the other sounds outside.
You're basically an 8-year-old.
Well, maybe in half demon years?
Okay, so we're gonna stick Wilma beside you. Maybe her muttering will be soothing to you.
That may not be a great idea, Blatt. I'm a bit of a sleep chewer.
A sleep chewer?
Yeah, so...
Is that what happened to my pillow? That was you?
Your pillow was purple and lumpy, and if you don't want someone to eat it accidentally at night, you shouldn't leave it on their bed where they're gonna eat it.
But it's obviously a pillow. You knew it was a pillow. You're an adult and you know what a pillow is.
Okay, we are this close from life-threatening danger. Can you two stop arguing about a pillow? Because first of all, I'm going to cure Blatt, and I place my hand on him, and I cast Cure Light Wounds, which is a rote.
Now, this is
before I haven't communed yet.
Okay.
I'm about to go commune.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, so I Cure Light Wounds, Blatt, and my amulet starts to glow, and I roll a 1, but because I'm a devoted healer, I add my level to that, so it's actually 5 healing.
Oh, well.
Okay.
I feel so much better. I may not even have to eat.
And then I move away from the group a little bit, and I commune with Loxon.
Okay, and what are the rest of you doing?
It's okay. I'll just stay here and have a fairy cake, I guess, to feel better.
All right, you may have a fairy cake only because if anything weird should happen to you, it'll have worn off before we have to actually do anything.
Nothing weird is gonna happen to me, Blatt.
You literally thought you were a plant 45 minutes ago.
You keep saying that, and I've got soil under my fingernails, but I don't think it was true.
Why would you do that in a fight, Egerton? Why would you do that in a fight?
I was gripping the ground to propel forward.
Did you?
Well, no, but that's what I was, getting ready to do, and then you interrupted me.
Pop your dessert item. I'm just curious now to see what happens.
Okay, well, this is a classic purple swirly.
Oh, yes, those have never messed up in the past.
Roll for fairy cakes.
It's a 9.
So Egerton pops out of existence.
Oh, now that's a new one. What the what?
And what are you doing, Blatt?
Blatt moves his arms around to see if perhaps Egerton is merely invisible.
You don't feel anything.
Blatt then sighs, tries to tuck what's left of his shirt into his pants, hugs Wilma, and tries to get some sleep.
So Egerton, you see Blatt reach out and pass his hands right through you, and no matter what you say or shout, he doesn't seem to be able to hear you.
Blatt! Why'd you go through me like that?
And then he hugs the woman Gummy, and then you see him curl up to go to sleep.
Oh, that's interesting. I thought that I guess, I mean, I'm not going to judge if Wilma's who he's interested in now. I guess, Darcy's not over here, so, okay, I guess that's just... Well, it seems like no one can hear me, so, I guess I'll just sit down and wait. You know what? Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait, because this will probably pass. But just in case, I'm going to keep talking to Blatt until Blatt responds, and then I know everything's normal again. Blatt. 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 Blatt.
Roll a
Blatt.
1d8 for me, Blatt.
Blatt. Blatt. Blatt. Blatt.
7.
Blatt. 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 Blatt.
7 hours later, you still don't hear Egerton, but Egerton sees someone approaching,
Blap.
and it looks like a
Blatt.
female
Blatt.
ice troll that Egerton has seen before.
Blatt.
Could it be Mumsy?
Blatt. Blatt.
But before that happens now, you guys you rolled it, so you got 7 hours of sleep before this happened. So you all are fully healed.
Hooray!
So everyone go to full hit points.
FYI, my fairy cake would have given me 8.
Your commune will have happened.
Yeah, so I choose my new spell.
Yeah. Egerton, you see Mumsy approaching, sort of looking not happy, and then stopping when she sees the camp.
Blatt. 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 Blatt.
Blatt can't hear you or see you.
How far away is she?
She's just at the top of the rise, just 100 feet away, and is slowly backing up, back towards what you assume is their camp.
I try and rush forward to see if I can get closer without her seeing me.
She is utterly ignoring you as you run forward towards her, and she is reaching for her club and slowly turning, but keeping her eyes on the resting people in your camp as she turns back towards her camp.
Am I close enough to make a move?
Sure.
All right, I try and tackle her knees.
And you go right through her.
No, that's not good. I don't like this. And I wanted to save the day, but that's okay. I can follow her and get intelligence.
And she turns and moves back down towards her camp at a run.
Okay, she's going a little faster than me. That's okay. I can keep up.
And you hear her starting to softly shout, but trying not to be too loud. And she's shouting for Bubba and Martha, who are in her camp.
Bubba! Martha! Papa! Martha!
Bubba and Martha, they sound bad. Those are evil names, Martha. Martha!
And you see 2 other, much larger ice trolls coming out of their tents, their little lean-to tents. They are long-armed. They are white-skinned and white-haired ice trolls with long faces and ice coming off their beards and, strangely, their crotches.
Mother of Loxin! There's a bunch of them.
And they see Mumsy coming back towards them, and they look confused.
Bubba! Martha!
Huh?
There are people here.
The ones?
Yes.
Oh, we get our clubs.
Yes, get your clubs ready.
Oh, where's my club? I don't know where my club is.
That's my club.
Oh, I saw it. No, I left my club here.
No, it's my club. It's obviously my club.
Oh, fine. Okay.
You take tree branch.
Okay, I have tree branch. Okay.
Okay, some of them are sleeping. In fact, they're all sleeping right now.
I'm good at sleeping people killing.
Okay, yeah, I know.
That's really all I'm good at.
That's why we recruited you for this.
Thanks.
Okay, so you have to be quiet. It's hard for us trolls.
I'm not
But
going to
try.
be quiet. No.
Shh.
Oh, Mumsy, question.
Yes, you may ask it.
What's the little man behind you doing?
What little man?
The man who's not sleeping.
The one standing behind you making gestures.
And Mumsy turns around to see.
Egerton.
I'm not here.
Oh, okay. Whew. For a minute there, Mumsy, I thought he was actually there.
He is here. Who are you?
Why would he say he's not here?
Because he's trying to trick us.
What?
I would not try and trick 3 ice trolls, I'm guessing.
Oh, that's good, because that wouldn't work.
No.
You're very smart. So, what I'm gonna do is...
And we're unionized now.
That's so wonderful to hear. What's your local?
742.
742.
742 is a great local. I'd love to hear more about it, but first, let me go get my friends. We're in an association, and we'd love to share notes with you and maybe talk about, some, like, employee benefits.
No! Wait, he's talking about the friends we were going to club to death in their sleep.
But we shouldn't club them to death because they are from an affiliate union.
But I like clubbing people to death in their sleep. It's all I do best.
But as a union, we've agreed that there's only certain people we were allowed to club in their sleep.
Oh, I thought these were those people.
I was pretty sure too.
These must be the people. They're the people we were told about.
Well, who told you about us?
Well,
Celine?
So, last I heard, Celine was trying to stamp out unions.
What?
That's what she used to do. But then we fought hard and got the union.
Mumsy fought hard. She's union leader.
I am. It's the legacy of my sons.
Celine rests their souls.
Oh, so
Yes.
sad.
No. Okay, I kill people in sleep now.
No,
Okay.
Wait. I've got presents.
Oh.
Yeah.
What presents?
Look in my pouch. I've got these delicious treats. Oh, lots of treats.
We haven't eaten in a while, Mumsy.
No, 'cause you didn't bring the icicle cupcakes last time to the meeting. I am hungry.
Look, these have blue on them, like ice.
Will they affect an ice troll who might be diabetic?
No, I'm pretty sure that the dietary fiber is quite low, and the sugars are high, so you should be good to go.
Oh, good, because maybe someone here
What?
is
Who?
not me.
Oh, okay.
So then there should be no problem. Eat the thing.
'Cause that would be a pre-existing condition.
Right, and a pre-existing condition would mean that certain ice trolls would not be able to reap the health benefits of a hardworking union.
Yeah.
You wouldn't actually be allowed on this mission. We're not covered for someone with a pre-existing condition.
Well, it's a good thing I don't have that.
Yeah, good.
I'll prove it by eating 2 of these.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay, here you go. There's 2 for you, and 1 for you, and 1
I want
for you.
2 too.
You want 2 too?
Yeah.
You want 2 too?
Two.
You want 2 too?
Yeah, 2.
Is
I don't
that
have a
going to
tutu.
affect your head clubbing ability?
No, as long as they're sleeping, we're good.
Okay, he can have 2.
These are in-network fairy cakes. So here you go.
Thank
Perfect.
you.
Have one. 11.
Time. Kitchen roll successfully.
This is the best fairy cake I've ever had. Your skin is looking so good. It's the bluest I've ever seen, Martha.
Thank you. I have never felt less diabetic.
Wow. Oh, and Mumsy,
Yes?
your chin hair is icy again. It hasn't been like that since the passing of your sons. Celine, rest their souls.
Celine,
so
rest their
sad.
souls.
Long live
sad.
both of us.
It has been a long time. It's true. Oh, I can feel how icy it is.
I feel I could kill everyone sleeping now. I have never felt so good.
Okay,
Let us go, Mumsy.
let's go.
Onward!
Wait. Look behind you.
Okay.
And I turn and run back to camp.
There's a tree.
Tree. Oh, I took a branch from that tree.
Oh, yeah.
Martha.
And that tree.
Oh, that's where I do my business.
Oh.
Wait, where? Was he ever here?
He said he wasn't.
Maybe he wasn't.
Was that all a waking dream?
Ghosts.
But wait, my chin hair is so frozen.
Egerton, you come running up over the crest of the hill, and you see the camp, and everyone is still asleep.
Wake up!
And Egerton
Egerton?
continues running right past your camp.
What is going on?
Ice trolls.
What?
And
Did he say I stroll?
Good morning to you. Do you go for a stroll first thing in the morning?
He's going for a run, it looks like.
I'd rather go for a stroll. I just woke up. And who was sleeping with Wilma? I wasn't.
Will you give me Wilma? I think she was stuck to your side.
Well, she's sticky.
You're going in my backpack, Wilma. You're going in the backpack. Now, be careful because I put the globe of slots here, so don't step on them.
How are we supposed to carry this precarious little tree village in a globe around without shaking them up all the time?
Very carefully. All right, now where is Egerton?
Okay, so there's ice trolls. I left my sword. Just came back to pick that up. Now we gotta go. Let's all run.
Ice trolls? Maybe we should run.
But I can't run and gently carry the snow globe.
Well, I'll carry the snow globe. I just have to carry it close to me and try and keep it from jostling. Let's go.
And Blatt begins running after Egerton.
Okay, so you guys are running which way, Egerton?
Away from the ice trolls. Is there a way to go like up the mountain path still, or is it just?
So you're gonna cut around, not go back the way you came.
We're
Is that
gonna
what you're saying?
flank to the east.
Okay. So Egerton is leading over rough terrain to the east and around, and you do catch glimpses of 3 large ice trolls, or maybe ice zombies, who knows, who seem to be investigating where you were all just asleep.
Egerton was actually right.
What do you mean, actually?
Well, you're not usually. There are some huge creatures over there.
Oh my. Oh, I think I know one of them.
What? How do you know them?
There was one that I remember from Celine's castle, which is also where I saw Star before.
Uh-oh.
So Celine is back and getting her old employees, or the parents of old employees, back working with her.
Well, wait, this makes no sense. Does Celine have anything to do with the shattering? It's like we're being attacked from all these different angles.
Well, we have angered a lot of people since we've showed up.
Sure, yeah, that's true.
Okay, now seriously, I'm usually right. Like 80% of the time, 65. Okay, you know what? You have not been around long enough to weigh in on this, Wilma. Okay, we're gonna call it 62% and just move forward.
Okay, we should probably move forward quickly.
Who else from our past will we run into?
It's the beginning of the middle of the end of time and other bothers.
Hey everyone, Sean here, and thank you all for being with us and all the support you gave. I think I've got an idea for tier 4. So those packages are going to be going out soon. I'll be posting an update. And thank you to everyone who has reviewed the show, who has liked the show, who has shared the show, and who is listening. And I want to give a shout out to another show right now, Unwell. It is a beautiful show. Hard to describe. It's mystery and a little scary and creepy, and it's wonderful. And Eli has been doing sound design for them, and the latest episode that's just going up now, that will have dropped by the time this goes out, was actually sound designed by him. Super amazing. It's from the people that do Our Fair City, and can't get enough. And we have our sponsor, Stuart Thaman, returning. And this one is free. You heard me right. This one is free. If you've been listening to me talk about the Stuart Thaman books, this is your chance to get a taste, to get in, and to download a whole book and experience this for yourself, and then come back and get the other ones on Amazon, because they're only like $4. But this one is free. So this one is called the Goblin War Series, and you can get it by going to otherbothers.com/goblin. And again, it's a free download. I think you put in your email, it'll send it to you. And it's the first one that I read, and I then went on to read all the other ones. So I was hooked. It is dark. So all of these series have that, it's hack and slash, it's intense, and very reminiscent of Dungeons and Dragons. I don't want to give too much away, but basically what Stuart Thaman has done is said, what if you were playing a Minotaur? But Minotaurs as they were originally written in D&D, one of those early monster manuals, with the cool illustrations and the write-up and the social structure elements. And that's all here, and he brought it all to life. And as always, you can find all of Stuart Thaman's work at stuartthamanbooks.com. But you can get a free copy of the Goblin War Series, Book 1, by going to otherbothers.com/goblin. That'll take you right where you need to go. And now, let's get back to the mid-roll. Hey, everyone. Thanks for coming in. Did Michael not come with you?
No, Michael didn't come with us.
Oh, but Michael called this meeting. He said it was really important. He has something he needs to talk to us all about.
Well, he's late.
Again.
Kick in the door! Here I am, everybody! And I'm glad you're here with me, because I've got news, big news, that's going to change everything for all of us.
You haven't joined another multi-level marketing scheme, have you?
No. This one is a pyramid.
Have you actually paid off everything that you owe from the last multi-level marketing scheme?
I know I haven't.
Once your sales clear through an upward trickle-up effect, then I will be able to pay off my debts, and that will trickle down to you as well. But anyway, here's the big new thing, all right?
Okay, hit us.
Pyramid-shaped business selling fairy cakes.
But fairy cakes aren't real, right?
That's the brilliant part. There's no overhead.
So you're selling people ideas?
Yes, but they're actual fairy cakes. It's a bakery.
But, Mike, do you bake?
No.
And the whole point of fairy cakes is that they, about a third of the time, do something crazy to people.
Yeah.
So really, this is just a business that will be sued into oblivion within the first month.
Probably, but that's why we do it on the DL. We set up a system where someone drives down the street and flashes the lights of their car. Then Carter gets that message, runs into a house and tells us. Then Marisa runs out with a paper bag full of fairy cakes, drops it off.
We could do this, Michael, or everyone could just go to otherbothers.com and support us, because that would be amazing too and wouldn't get anyone arrested.
I thought Egerton was going to run the bakery. I think that's what they want.
Don't give the fans
That's
exactly
not
what they want.
Give them what they need.
Yes,
they need.
yes, surprise. That's what all good storytelling's based on.
you manage to climb and crest up a craggy cliff face, going along the edge where you can see the old path down far below. And you're off on a bit of a tangent, but following the same direction. And ahead of you, rising up out of mostly a desolate mountainscape, is a forest. A very lush forest. But in the darkness, it's like, you know how sometimes at night in forests the trees all look like they're reaching for you? Sort of what it looks or feels like. And the blackness is pressing in even tighter.
Yay, this is so much better than where we were.
Evil forest. Better than ice trolls? Maybe?
I'm not sure.
Do you think they have a breakfast bar there too?
In the evil forest?
Mm-hmm.
Gonna say no, buddy.
That's too bad.
Sorry.
Okay, wait, I have an idea. Maybe if we check in on Mother Speckley, she might have a feeling about this place and can give us some advice. And I pull up the globe up to my face level very gently, and I look and see what's going on in the little dome.
You see that they are running back and forth from the tree, and they've got like rope lines run, and they're like tied onto them now. They got this whole system running, and they've been writing something on the globe. And it says,
Please stop running around so much. It's obvious that it's hurting us.
They are not happy with us.
they're not the only one.
Did you hear that?
Was that Blatt?
No, I don't think it was Blatt.
Hello? Have we met before?
Oh, yes, we have.
Thought as much. Thought as much. No.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Jerry.
You'll never see me now. I blend right into the darkness.
Are you a tree now?
No, and you do catch a quick movement, but you can't really get any sense of form.
Who's Blatt talking to?
Oh.
This is Jerry. He's a Shadowborn, and I do recall greatly upsetting him once upon a time.
Is there anyone you haven't greatly upset?
Well, you're still talking to me, so obviously not.
Well, I have some,
Some issues?
That's what I was going to say, yes.
Great.
I really think we all need to sit down and talk this out.
Can everyone please focus on how I'm going to kill each of you one by one?
Okay. Excuse me. We're having a moment here. We have a conflict resolution process.
But I've been planning this for days.
Okay, you know what? HR planned this process for weeks. This is not just some, you shake hands and then we're all fine. This is advanced problem-solving conflict resolution.
Okay, how long do you need?
I'd say 3 hours, guys. What do you think?
For safety's sake, let's go with 4.
4, Darcy?
4 is good.
4, okay. Look, sir, in the corner of my eye over there in the darkness, you?
Yes.
Just if you want to you can hang out, you can listen in and maybe learn something. And you know what? It would actually be great to have an objective third party weigh in. Yeah. And kind of let us know, because I hear both of them. I'm going to run the session. I have the binder. But Blatt and Darcy, they're so used to hearing each other talk at each other. Having a third party like you come in and really just sort of lay it out in a different way could really help this whole process move forward.
You want to know what I think about things?
Of course we want to know.
Okay.
Okay, so now if we all sit down cross-legged here in a circle.
A shadowy form comes forward. It's hard to see and sort of crouches down.
All right. And take the binder out and flip through. Page 1, Conflict Resolution, the Nexus Way.
Where did you get that binder?
I've been carrying it around for a while.
Huh.
Didn't you guys have to do the HR program?
Oh, yeah, I totally did that.
Yeah, and well, this was a big part of the trail. I mean, I spent weeks learning about this.
No,
No,
I skipped that.
Oh, you could have skipped. I thought this was necessary. Well, okay, if it's not necessary, then you know what? I don't want to do it. Let's just get.
I'm sort of invested in this now.
Let's keep going. Let's see this through.
Or we can go back to me just killing you all one by one.
No. Let's do the conflict resolution thing. That sounds better.
Okay, so page 2 says first we have to go around and state our names, pronouns, and origins. So I'll go first. I'm Egerton. I go by he and him. I'm from Balgamar. I worked in the Emperor's propaganda department. Long live Boltius.
Long live Boltius.
Oh, that's so nice of you to participate in that.
I just feel like I'm part of the circle now.
That's really nice. I'm glad to know that the circle's working. Okay. Well, we can skip. I already know who all of you are, so we'll just skip ahead. Sit in a circle. We're already
I was sort of looking forward to participating in that part.
Yeah, Egerton, maybe we should let this one introduce.
Oh,
I
okay.
sort of like to hear everyone, too.
So it's Jerry, is it? Jerry?
Oh, yeah. To my friends, I'm Jerry.
Well, that's nice. Okay, well, why don't you go ahead? So, start it with your name, your pronouns, where you're from. Let us know a bit about you.
Oh, I'm the Jolly Jester, or Jerry, and I guess he or him would be fine. And I came from a small wisp of will from Celine. Was birthed into the world millennia ago, and I've been living alone in the forest ever since.
All alone?
That's bad, Jerry.
Oh, Jerry. Here, you know what? I don't want anyone in the circle to start out sad, so why don't you just have one of these little candies?
Thank you.
It's a fairy cake. It's an orange cube.
Oh, you mean the thing you're holding out, not the talking, mumbling one?
Oh, no, this is actually a sentient being. We asked that you not eat that one.
Okay.
But the fairy cakes are good.
Yeah, so have a fairy cake. Here you
you.
go. Let's see if that helps.
Thanks. Roll for fairy cake.
That's a 7.
We cut to hours later, and the Jolly Jester is drunkenly singing, and they're all swaying in a circle and talking about their history until Jerry falls over and passes out, sleeping.
He's down.
Oh, that took far longer than I thought it would. It's a good idea to give him the fairy cake, though.
I just wanted him to be in a better mood for Circle.
Who care about Circle? I never did any of this HR stuff. We're just trying to incapacitate the enemy.
What? I know he's part of the... What are you talking about, Blatt?
Talking about he's a Shadowborn who tried to murder me once and was going to try to murder all of us again.
Wait, yeah, I saved us?
You saved us.
You did, Egerton.
Conflict resolution binder for the win!
Yes!
Okay, well, I guess we should move on.
It is hard to say how many hours later. Your feet are rubbed raw. It's getting really cold and harder to move, but the darkness is dissipating visually. You can see better. And ahead of you, the mountain suddenly changes. You get the sense that the path continues to climb up, but at the same time, it's like you're suddenly standing on an old road through a ghost town. Abandoned storefronts, as far as you can see, leading up to a castle. Not Celine's castle. A castle made out of the very darkness itself. And standing a few hundred yards ahead on the road are 2 centurions.
Is this actually it? Is this the home of the Shattering?
Kind of bleak.
Yeah, that would track then, wouldn't it?
Well, I'm saying if I was in charge of ending all of time, I'd spruce the place up a bit first.
This is probably what they consider. Okay, it doesn't matter. Look, there's 2 centurions up ahead. Now what do we do?
Well, are they from this era or our era?
I can't tell from this distance.
Blatt, you should probably go in for a closer look.
And say what exactly? Highly ho, I'm from the future. Are you? Oh, by the way, blam, 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 blam.
I mean, if that's what you want to say.
I don't know, maybe I should just fire at them from a distance. Talking to them seems so involved.
Well, wait a minute. Maybe we need them to get into the castle. I don't know yet. Maybe they could be useful.
So, highly ho, are you from the future too? Is that what we're going with?
I don't have anything better.
Oh, Blatt, why don't you take some candy with you?
Sure. Give me some sword candy.
Okay, here you go. And 1, 2, and 1 for you. All right, 1 each.
Thanks a lot, pal. Let's see if I can yap my way out of this. Hello!
Blatt begins to walk forward.
Highly ho! Hello, you two gentlemen. My name's Bernard, and I'm a traveling candy associate for Candies R Us. I was wondering if I could interest 2 of you in a free sample? Hello? Sentient beings? And Blatt raps on the helmet of one of them.
It falls over and hits the ground.
Oh, my heavens. So that would mean, and Blatt pushes at the other one.
It falls over. It's like a cardboard almost cutout of a centurion.
Oh, well, that's just embarrassing.
It works for most.
Oh, Lord, what have I walked into?
And you see tendrils of blackness rising up out of the ground all around you like a giant hand to grasp at you.
Oh, it's the shattering.
And the hand closes, and all of you see this hand come out of the ground of just oozing blackness and close around Blatt as an entire giant starts to rise up out of the ground, lifting Blatt in its hand up into the air.
Celine told me you would come and she would stop you. I was hoping she would fail.
Now, you might have me confused with someone else. My name is Bernard. I'm from Candies R Us. Free sample?
The hand clenches tighter around you, Blatt.
I can see about putting you on our mailing list.
I know you well, half-demon. Celine is my ally now that she has defeated Morgu on the moon. You have cost me much, little man. And where, pray tell, are your friends?
I'm from a Candies R Us satellite office. We're 3 villages away. We're above an old tavern.
You see the giant in anger throw Blatt towards the ground. So, Blatt, you suddenly feel yourself being lifted in the air and then thrown downward as he releases you.
I try to scramble out of my shirt so I can fly.
Okay, roll Defy Danger.
Six.
Plus
you
your
have a
dex.
plus.
7.
Partial success. So, Blatt, you barely managed to rip your shirt off, having to rip it, your last shirt that you owned in this world, potentially, or ever. And your wings sprout out, but you still hit the ground, but you're like a skimming rock. So you're like bouncing, sliding all the way down towards your friends with wings outstretched.
Blatt! Did you get him?
Yes, I got him. I defeated him by being slammed into the ground with great force.
You take 2 hit point damage.
No.
How are we supposed to take that on? It's a huge giant.
Well, we could try to maintain the fiction that we work for Candy Czar Us in a satellite office 3 villages away. We're above a tavern.
Is that what you told it?
We're second place in our division, but that just means we try harder.
Well, he either really hates candy or I think he saw through your charade.
And the giant is now lumbering towards you all at the end of the street, and you sense that it is grinning.
You should have taken my job offer. Now I will finish you as I end all time. This time stream is mine.
So, bazooka to the crotch? I think we're all agreed. Bazooka to the crotch?
For a start.
And bazooka.
And bazooka appears, and as you go to press the button, you see tendrils of blackness shooting out at everyone. What do we do?
I dive behind Blatt.
And I also dive to the ground.
Okay, both of you roll Defy Danger. Blatt, what are you doing?
Blatt swings his bazooka around, trying to knock the tendrils away from him.
Okay, roll Defy Danger.
6.
Mine is a 10.
Do you have a dex bonus?
Nope.
Okay. Darcy, you hit the ground as one of the tendrils goes right over your head, and you sense its impact. Like it hits the ground hard, like almost like a mini explosion of rocks and dirt behind you, and you just hear Egerton as he is struck like a batter in a game, and his body flies off into the distance. And Egerton, you are going to take, someone roll 1d6 for me.
2.
2 hit points of damage.
And I have
Blatt, what did you roll?
I rolled an 8.
Blatt, you manage to connect with the tendril, but it is like hitting a train that is in the air, and it demolishes your bazooka, but it causes it to miss you. But you are literally holding a crumpled piece of exploded metal, and you hear a roar above you.
I am a god. No, I am more than a god. You are over.
Bazooka?
Anybody else doing anything?
So I grab my mace and I start running towards the base of this giant, yelling with the mace.
Now this is obviously a great villain.
No contest here, brother!
I have never struck a giant before.
Someone who proposes to be bigger than a god himself!
Ah! And that's,
Plus
would it be dex?
strength.
Oh, then it's just a 7.
Okay. So that is a connect. So you connect with what part of?
I'm going for the base.
So the shin?
The shin. Or
Okay,
something.
you connect, and there's an explosion of light when your Mace of Righteousness connects. Roll your damage, and then what did you roll?
I roll a 7.
7 damage on the shattering.
Yes.
I will pretend to write that down.
Damn you.
Okay, shattering, hit points unlimited. Okay, -7, Darcy. Darcy, your amulet though does begin to glow with a bright light. And Blatt, you were also, I think, bazooking at the crotch area?
The crotch of the shattering.
I've made bazooka a verb. Oh boy.
Bazooka-ing or bazooking?
Bazooking.
Oh, that's only a 4.
You're terrible.
A tendril comes out of nowhere and actually knocks the bazooka out of your hand, sending it spinning off into the distance as you hear a giant laugh above you. What is Egerton doing as you tumble off into the distance?
I notice that the bazooka's in my direction now, as it's been knocked aside.
Yeah.
So as I kind of stumble and land,
Yeah.
I run to the bazooka
Okay.
and pick it up
And
and push the button.
roll 2d6. I'll give you. I won't even put a minus on it.
To 9.
So, Blatt, you hear the sound of your bazooka firing. You think, That's random that it would land in such a way as and then the missile strikes the crotch of the giant, shattering, and you just hear him roar above you. And you hear the scream of Egerton as he basically is sent flying backwards off into the further distance, tumbling head over heels, and lands and takes 2 hit points of damage. Darcy, you have just connected. You saw this burst of light. You see a hole appear in the ankle and then fill back in with blackness.
So is there any opportunity to run past this being?
Yeah.
So I think we should try and do that.
So you're going to continue running.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you sense a tendril, though, coming down for you at high speed.
Okay. So I just run really fast.
Okay. Roll Defy Danger for me. Blatt. You are suddenly...
I'm a 3.
Okay. You are suddenly swallowed from beneath. A tendril coming up out of the ground and enclosing around you and then pulling you down towards the ground. Like trying to crush you like an ant.
Oh, lordy. Bazooka.
Okay.
And Blatt swings the bazooka sideways to try to keep the walls from closing in on him.
Love it. Okay. Roll Defy Danger. Marisa, you missed your Defy Danger.
Yeah.
You are caught right in the stomach by a horrific blow that doubles you over. Someone roll 1d6 for me.
2.
So you take 2 hit points of damage, and that is a stress attack on you with your rage. It hurts. Like some blood comes out of your mouth. Like it is a hard hit. You bit your tongue. Okay, Blatt, you're rolling Defy Danger. Egerton, you hit the ground. You've slid even further off. You see them way in the distance when a hand is placed on your shoulder. Blatt. 7. Blatt, you actually manage, and then your bazooka explodes with the force, but the blackness dissipates around you, but you take 2 hit points from the shrapnel. But it stops you from being crushed to death. Darcy, you are seeing red as you stand back up, and you just see this giant lifting its foot to come down on top of Blatt, who's just shaking his head on the ground.
Okay, so then I throw my club across the ground to come under this foot that's coming down, to kind of just slice it through the bottom, you know what I mean?
Okay, so you're throwing it at the foot.
Yeah.
You're trying to connect with the foot. Okay.
Yeah.
Brother, we are airborne!
The Achilles is a sensitive area!
Remember the Achilles! Okay, you're gonna roll a volley.
It's an 11, which is a 12.
You see his foot explode into black ooze and ichor and then reform, but totally miss Blatt. A foot slams the ground, actually so hard that it sends you sprawling backwards. It was so close to you, Blatt. Egerton, Moira steps forward past you.
Oh. Hey, Moira, how's it? So there's a thing.
Get close to the others.
Oh.
And she's moving past you and running forward towards the darkness and these two.
Oh, okay. So I start running behind her.
Okay. Darcy, you sense all of the attention of the shattering shifting to you, and you feel a crushing force around your head, and your amulet glows even brighter, but it's dimming in the darkness as you feel him start to, the shattering, enter your brain. Roll Defy Danger for me.
It's a 6.
You have a wisdom bonus on that.
Do I?
Yeah.
Then it's a 9.
Oh, okay.
I'm
So,
very wise.
You are brought to your knees and you are stunned.
Okay.
But you feel him pushed out. He's like, "You won't push me out for long, Darcy." Doing anything, Blatt?
Blatt looks up and sees the undercarriage of the giant. Oh, what am I looking at? What am I seeing? Don't let this be the last thing that I see. Bazooka!
Kilts are manly, I'll have you know, Blatt.
And you fire?
Blood fires straight up.
And you also, as you fire, you sense someone running towards you from the distance. And 2 people out the corner of your eye running towards you. Eggy, you're still running behind?
That's a yes.
I told you should do more exercises. Darcy, you sitting there stunned, you see a form, it looks like Moira, running into the melee. And she's holding some kind of staff.
What? Who is that? It's what?
Roll your bazooka volley.
Oh, terrible.
4 plus dex 5.
Fail. Remember to record.
You were looking at such a horrific sight, Vlad, that you closed your eyes and you press the button, and the shattering had already stepped past you, and you fire straight off into the air.
I'm sorry! I'm so sorry! I can't!
And you see Moira slam the staff into the ground and begin saying some words as a ripple explosion comes out from where she is, sending her flying backwards, and a portal begins to form in the middle of the road. A giant swirling portal like the ones you have seen so many times in your work. And she's crawling forward, blood dripping down her nose. We don't have long! And there's a wind now growing and coming out of the portal and also pulling you towards the portal. And stepping out of the portal is Egerton. But he's dressed strangely. Like wearing knight's armor from ye old days. And he flips up his visor, and it's the Eggsy you know.
Okay, I need you to come in the portal now.
What's going on?
We had the wrong Egerton this entire time?
No, that's the right me, but this is me too, so it's okay. It all makes sense. Things are a little twisty sometimes, but you need to come through the portal.
It sounds like him. I'm going for the portal. And I start running for the portal.
What does the other Egerton say?
But that's not me! I would never dress that way!
Egerton! Run towards Egerton!
Okay! And both Egertons start running towards each other.
Moira turns and raises her hand and casts a beam of light into the shattering. But you see the shattering shrugging it aside and snarling, stepping forward.
No, you will not win. You are done.
And he's pushing into the beam of light, and she's screaming, "You must listen to the other Egerton!"
Yes, listen to me! I am listening to you! Okay, I don't need you to listen to me, I need them to listen to me because you're gonna listen to me because you are me, and I'm you, and it's all okay. Just everyone through the portal, quick!
I'm through the portal! And I barrel through it.
I was hoping there'd be a way to abandon the final battle, and I'm going to take it!
Okay, Egerton. Yeah, Egerton, let's do it. Do what? Go through the portal. But you came through the portal. Yeah, to get you, because you need to come through the portal. But you already came through the portal. Exactly. And Egerton throws himself through the portal.
And the other Egerton, the one wearing the armor, stays.
Eggsy, what are you doing?
The End of Time and Other Bothers, with your game master Sean Howard and players Michael Howie, Carter Siddle, and Marisa King. Dialogue editing by Michael Howie. Transcription by Michael Howie and Marisa King. Additional material and sound design by Eli McElvey. Story consultant Laura Packer. Game consultant Stephen Smith. Supporting producers Kim Bellinger and Kona. If you enjoy the show, check out our Patreon. Supporters get early access to episodes, weekly bonus content, and an invite to our wonderful fan community on Discord. Look for the Patreon link at otherbothers.com.
You are kind of blind in that eye now.
Yeah, my beautiful peephole. No, not that.
So many double entendres in this episode.
Peeper.
Okay.
A Fable and Folly production.